Right. Okay. Shall I start?
Start.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. So my name is Aswin P. Chandran. I am working as a faculty in Ludmada College of Science and Technology. I am a student of Ignatius sir in his NLP practitioner program. Here I am going to deliver a session on how to achieve your goal through NLP. Right? How to achieve your goal through NLP. So in NLP, we term goal as outcome. And goal can be defined as growth, opportunity attained through long time planning, something like that. So, we all have goals right from our childhood. When we were studying in schools, we would have termed goal as maybe ambition. We all had ambition in life when we were studying from first standard. We had a different goal when we reached 10th standard. We again had another goal when we studied our plus 2 or pre-degree, and every time or every phase of life we have some goal, and we would have tried our best to achieve that goal also. Now, really, what should be the goal like? First property of a goal is it should be measurable. It should be measurable. It should be realistic. It should be time bound. Now, first of all, if my goal in life is to become the President of India, it may be achievable. If I put effort, it could be achievable. Now, if I want to become President of US, it's not a realistic goal because Constitution in US prevents other citizens to become President of US. So it is not realistic. So we always say that nothing is impossible, but there is a line of distinction between probable and improbable that many of us always fail to address. So we have to check whether our goal is probable or not, and what should be the effort that should be put in to achieve our goal, and what should be the time bound. For each, as I have told, in each phase of our life we have a goal. Many of us, when we studied in school, our ambition would have been to become maybe a driver. Ladies may wish to become a teacher, and in another phase of life we would have love to become a doctor or a professional. So we also have a family goal associated with this, state goal associated with us, and national goal associated with us. So how to achieve this goal through NLP? Let us go to that. Now, I request each and every one of you to take a piece of paper. Please kindly take a piece of paper. Please write down the goal that you aimed when you were a kid. If you remember, when you were studying in maybe 2nd standard or 3rd standard, if you had a goal and you remember that, please write down. And now, what was your goal when you studied in 10th standard? And what was your goal when you were maybe at 20 or 22? What is your goal when if you are above 50, then what is your goal when you are at 30? When you were at 30? When I am talking about goals, your primary goal, your main objective in life. And what is your current goal? What is your current goal? Let us all check whether the goal when you have aimed when you were a kid matches the goal when you are at 10th. How many of you's goal match? So I think there's a deviation in many among you. What about your goal when you are at 20s? Does it match your goal at 10th standard? No. How many of you's goal at 30s match your goal at 10th standard? Right. And Do your present goal match the previous ones? Any one of you? So, except her, except madam, all others' goal have constantly changed because of some circumstantial pressures of what will be the reason. So, this is one thing. So, now we have to analyze what effort we should have put for our goal at 10 standard or at 20 to have achieved. Maybe when you were a kid, you were too young to have a goal. But 10 standard goal should be your ambition, and your goal at 22 should be realistic. And what all you should have done to achieve that. Please make an analysis of that. Right? You should have an internal analysis of that. Now coming to our current scenario, you all have a goal now, what you want to achieve in future. Please analyze what all effort you have to put in to achieve that. What all effort you have to put in to achieve that. And what all dedications you have to make. Sometimes you may have to sacrifice lot of time for that. Your family may be at trouble because you are working hard to attain that goal. So, what all things you have to do to achieve that. Then you also write down what are the obstacles you may have to face. What all are the obstacles you have to face. Now, really speaking, this term obstacle can be called as a challenge, and if you are optimistic, we can even call it as opportunity. The obstacles that we are going to face or we had to face can be termed as a challenge, and I think if you are a pioneer in NLP, we can term even as opportunity. So, we are given so many opportunities and so many challenges to achieve the long time wish. So, the best practice would be we all have to maybe hang a piece of paper in our bedroom on our wall, and when we wake up in the morning, you just visualize that and just have a rewind of what you have done yesterday to achieve to our long term goal, right. So, if we do that, then it definitely reinforces within ourselves that we are going in right direction or may not be in right direction. I will give you example of a person whose primary goal in life was to become the most famous citizen of that country. Most famous citizen of that country. So, at the age of 23, he started a business, it collapsed. It ended up in a failure. When he was 25, he contested in an election and he lost that election. At the age of 29, he lost his lover. In 31, he had some brain issues or head issues. He managed to come up well. At 40, he again started a business. It again collapsed. At the age of 57, he again contested in an election to lose that election. In 59, he contested in the vice president's race of his country. He again lost that. But in the age of 61, he again contested in the presidential race of that country, and that election he won. His name is Abraham Lincoln. He aimed to become the most popular citizen of that country, but he ended up as the first citizen of that country. So, we all know, can we call his life as a failure? Because he failed in all these obstacles, or he treated all these obstacles as opportunity, and now the world remembers him as the best president US ever had. So, this is the effort that he put in to achieve that goal, right. Now, I will give you a small, is it time? 8 minutes. I will give you a small exercise. You can do at home. Now, there may be so many obstacles you may face to achieve your goal. What you could do is, you can do one exercise that was mentioned yesterday. You can ask your mind to program in such a way that you can meet all the obstacles and fight against it. You can ask your subconscious mind to question that what all obstacles I might face, and how you can help me in eliminating these obstacles and to make it as an opportunity to achieve this goal. If we practice every day for 5 minutes, I am 100% sure that we all will be in the right direction to achieve our goal. Okay, there is nothing in the world as failure. There is nothing in this world as failure. You please remember that. We all should understand that everyone would have, failure is nothing but a feedback. You could treat failure as feedback. So every time again and again you may get some feedback. What is feedback for? To make corrective or preventive measures. We will do some corrective measures and then move accordingly. So I have nothing to add. I am going to conclude this presentation, and I request each and every one to ask some questions. Thank you.